Welcome to another edition of Against the Grain Sports Podcast, Uncut. We're talking and we're doing the post-game show for Against the Grain Sports, man. We got my man Michael, the People Champ Perry in the building, just getting a big victory to go to the national championship game, and it's going to be at home. This is the most any team had an opportunity to play at home. We got my man Jarrell Solo on Sports Glenn all the way from San Antonio, Texas, man. How you doing, man? How y'all guys doing out there, man?
Speak up, Mike. What's up?
Man, I done had about 4 cardiac arrests. God damn it, I experienced shriveled dick and everything. I'm gonna just be honest. This shit was crazy.
Wait, what is that?
I don't know. It sounds like something I don't want to catch.
Yeah, let the motherfucking temperature be
outside.
No,
about
-2. You'll understand.
Oh, you had shrinkage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You had pool dick.
Hey, but guess what? I'll be long stroking tonight.
I'll be stroking. That's what I'll be doing.
That's what I be doing.
Hey, man, great victory. Hey. It was a hell of a game.
I need a timeout. I'm going to tell you. Jody, I can't hear you.
Go out and come right back in.
Say something.
Yeah. What's up?
Tell him to go out and come right back in.
All right, so I'm going to log out and come back in because, Jody, I can't hear you.
All right.
Yeah, man. While he's logging out, we're going to get him right back, man. It was a fantastic game. You really can't fault either side. We'll go into our post game. It's something that we have never done on Against the Grain Sports, but I want to do this more often, man. And while we get Mike back, man, it was a Michigan State Spartans went ahead and won their game earlier today. Illinois beat up on Rutgers. It's a little college basketball action, man. But we got Mike back. You can hear me, Mike? We good to go?
Yeah, I'm good. I hear you. I hear Soul.
So let's get right into it, man. This is what we're here to do, man. This is the post game Against the Grain Sports, and we got the number 10 Miami Hurricane 31-27 over number 6 Ole Miss, man. The game did not disappoint. Michael, the People Champ, man, just give me a brief. We're gonna go back and forth to this game. Oh, hold on, hold the presses before I even get to Mike, the People Champ. Guess who just snuck up in the building? We talking about my little brother in the building. We talking about
who the fuck is that?
Hold on. Hey, hold on. It don't stop right there though. It don't stop there. We got my nephew in the building. We got Donald, the voice of the youth. We got Andrew, Mike, the William in the building. Post game Against the Grain Sports. I'm excited. Let's get right to it. Michael, the People Champ, man, talk to me about this game. Hold on. We got my man King Minx in the building. Hey, King Minx, man, they tried to shut us down on YouTube. You see, we had to get another channel. That's how they did, but they can't stop Against the Grain Sports. Thanks for coming through. That's our new channel right there. Michael, the People Champ, talk to me about this game. We're going to go around the horn. Talk to me about the Miami Hurricanes going to be playing a home game for the national championships.
Bro, we couldn't ask for anything better for this show. Like, the years we've been on and the shit that we go through and all the shit that we talk, but 2 years back to back to have our teams playing for national championships in the playoffs, final games. Andrew mic'd up finally has shown his face and all of the above. and y'all know I'm out of my mind right now, so I probably don't even make sense. But I do understand. I will be able to talk about the game. So just go around to everybody else, because
let's go with Soul. Talk to me about this game right here, Soul.
It was a great football game, man. Tomorrow's game got a lot to live up to, because I don't think it's gonna get much better than this, man. It went from, well, we had missed field goals, we had interceptions, we had dropped interceptions, just 80-yard rushing touchdowns. We had it all in this football game. Fans looked like they were crying at the game before it was over. The Miami fans looked stressed out. This was a great football game, man. Whether you're a fan of either one of these teams, if you like football, you like what we just watched. And I'm happy for the Miami Hurricanes, and I'm waiting to see if the playmaker has any clothes on right now.
Yeah, it's crazy work, man. Donald, my nephew in the building, man. Talk to me about this game, man.
It was a great game. It was so many momentum swings. So I said, oh, Ole Miss gonna win. Miami gonna win. Ole Miss gonna win. He went from doinking a field goal, and then it doinked another one and made it. But it was 3 times on one drive. I said, Ole Miss trying to give this game away, and Miami just didn't want an interception. And that's what I'm thinking, like, they're trying to give it away. But then when they scored the final touchdown, I said, damn, it's over. The door closed on Miami. And they rose again. It was a great game, though. I picked Miami to win, but it was a great game, though. It lived up to the billing.
Andrew, mic'd up, man. Talk to me about this game, and what did you see?
Hey, hats off to the Canes. This was a hell of a game. When you have Carson Beck at the helm and leading your team down the field in crunch time, that's what it's all about. He's got that moxie and that poise at the end of the game, and he pulled out. Pause.
Yo, as long as you put it back in. Man, this is what I seen. The Miami Hurricanes play keep away with the football. At one point in time, the time of possession was 36 minutes to 11 minutes and going into the fourth quarter. I said the game plan was to keep Ole Miss offense off the field, and it didn't help when Ole Miss was scoring like they scored. This how fast they scored that 75-yard touchdown. I went to the bathroom, came back, they scored, and I seen that Soul put in the group, wow. I said, I missed that. I looked up, missed the touchdown, so I couldn't get that one recorded. But nevertheless, man, great game. I think that both teams deserve to win this game. All angles. The quarterback, I still believe that Trinidad Chamberlain is a first-round quarterback. He to me, I would take him over some of the guys they're talking about taking over him. This the way that he played the game and the momentum that he's playing with. He want to come back to school for one more year. Carson Beck, much maligned. A lot of people said he couldn't play football. He was trash, and now he goes to Miami. He finally gets to play in the national championship game because he didn't get to play in Georgia. He was the backup when Georgia won the national championship. Mike, man, talk to me about the game.
All right, so Carson Beck played his best all-around game as a collegiate athlete. There's been so much criticism of him, not criticism, scrutiny, because he's still rated as it went in this game as the number 6 quarterback to be drafted. So we're not going to say that, but his draft stock kind of fell. It's been all this stuff about him, but he led tonight. We did not win around Carson Beck. We won because of Carson Beck. And he did something I've been hollering about all year. If you've ever been around this house with me, watching these games, I'm like, dude, quit fucking sliding. Run and lower your fucking shoulder and get all the yards, because when you slide, they take it from where you go down. And we've seen Carson Beck run the ball more in the last couple games that has allowed Miami to now play in Miami for a national championship, and I'm working on my flight as we speak.
Okay, so talk to me about this game, and what did you see that was surprising that you didn't think Miami could do, but they did it in this game?
Well, what I do like the Carson Beck, he played like a veteran. He is a veteran. He's been in college football for quite some time. I was very impressed. He was very poised in the pocket. He got sacked a few times, but he didn't let that rattle him. He made some very good throws, a couple kind of shaky throws, sometimes towards the end of the football game, but He led his football team. That's what we want. Whichever one our quarterbacks should do. And he took care of business, man. I was impressed with Carson Beck. I've been talking shit about the guy the last couple of years, but what he showed me today, I'm impressed. I made fun of the people saying, "Oh, Carson Beck, he ain't gonna do shit." And now they're playing in the championship game. So I got to eat some crow on that. I'm impressed with what he's done. Miami's run. I think for me, I got a little nervous for Miami because I thought they were throwing the ball too much. Mike, I know you probably agree with that. To me, they should run the ball more than what they did. It worked out for them at the end, but to me, they kind of got into that track meet with Ole Miss a little bit. And you got to be careful when you're doing that. That's not really your game. But they did just enough to win the game. But to me, they should have run the ball a little bit more. But it worked out for them at the end.
I told you I done had about 8 heart attacks today.
Yeah, bro.
And most of it was centered around what you just said. Like before the half, the words out of my mouth was run the football and we get an 8-yard sack, right? Then we come back out in the second half and I'm like, run the football on third, just run it and don't matter. We can do something different. So yes, you are correct. I damn near died because we wanted to pass instead of run.
Donald, what did you see out of the Miami Hurricanes that you were surprised at, or some of the things that perhaps maybe Ole Miss didn't do well in this game? What did you take from that?
It was in the second quarter. It's just a play I wanted to highlight because in my mind I said this play won't mean too much right now, but it's gonna come back 100. It was a difference in about 4 yards. I want to say Miami threw a short pass, and Ole Miss flat out missed 2 tackles, and it turned into a first down. And Miami got a touchdown instead of a field goal right there. And I said, Ole Miss that's going to come back to home. It was like a 4-yard difference, and they flat out missed 2 tackles, and it ended up being a touchdown. I said that would come back to Harlem. But Miami didn't really surprise me. I knew they was going to have to score to beat Ole Miss because one thing about Ole Miss, you see the time of possession was so small, and they still scored 27 points. So they're going to score in a hurry. So they was going to have to score to beat them. But I figured Miami would do what they had to do. And like Mike said, it was a sack that they got. In certain pressures, Miami defensive line, I really feel like the offense and defensive line are amazing. And one thing, they running backs, they keep chopping at the end of runs. And those 2s and 3 yards, it mean a whole bunch as far as going to the next play, because now you win 2nd and 4 instead of 2nd and 7, make a big difference.
Also, they always falling forward. You're right,
Yes,
Don. Andrew, talk to me about this. What did Miami surprise you with in this game, or maybe Ole Miss? What did you think maybe Ole Miss should have did, and what did you see that Miami executed just in precision?
The thing that surprised me was Jabari Antoine stepping up at the end of the game when Xavier Lucas got disqualified from the game. Now on that targeting call. Now that was huge. He locked up that they were trying to pick on him for a little while. The true freshman stepped up, made some big plays. And then also on the offensive side of the ball, you got Keelan Marion stepped up big time tonight. 7 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown. He had that 52-yard catch. And then obviously you can't shut down. Eventually Malachi Tony is gonna make some noise. They try to shut him down most of the game. And then Marion, you saw Marion was eating off of that. And then Tony finally broke loose and got that touchdown. But the thing that the player of the game, in my opinion, the player of the game, the guy that stepped up at the end of the game was Jabari Antoine, the true freshman, number 16 defensive back.
Okay, good stuff right there. The thing that surprised me a lot with Miami is the fact that they were able to keep the ball as long as they did on the time of possession, and they stuck with their game plan the whole way through. They did not differ it. Even when people thought they should have thrown the ball, and they ran that wide receiver screen to perfection the whole game. I think they ran that play against 5 to 6 times. I was really surprised that Ole Miss didn't come up with something different and maybe try to jump the route like Miami jumped Ohio State when they ran that wide receiver screen. I didn't see that. But on the other side of the ball, Ole Miss, they've been harping about this all year. They cannot tackle me at 47. They need to go back to tackling drills. I remember Mike May mentioning this. He said they don't do tackling drills. They don't rap anymore. I remember, high school, they don't do it in high school as much. I know, so you coached it, Donald, you've seen it. Andrew, you see it a lot right now where they don't do tackling drills, and it showed with Ole Miss. Ole Miss did not wrap. And I remember the play. I got it recorded that Donald talking about. Malachi Tony caught a pass that was about 4 yards short of the first down. Dude had his ankle. He was able to get out of that tackle and go forward. And then another thing before I'm gonna go back to Mike again is what I seen when they had an opportunity to get with all those pass interference calls, they only came away with a field goal, and that being Ole Miss. Ole Miss had to find a way to punch that ball in the end zone. You at the 2-yard line, and you come away with 3 points, and you got Chamberlain, one of the most elusive quarterbacks in college football, and you didn't use his legs. I was really surprised about that. But Mike, going into the next game, matter of fact, we're about to talk about that, and we're gonna come back to Miami because it's gonna make sense of what I'm about to say. And we're going to talk about the game that comes up tomorrow night. And I know you don't really care about who you play, but in this matchup between number 1 Indiana and number 5 Oregon, just jumping the gun a little bit, Mike, who would you rather want to face in this matchup?
That's an impossible question to ask me because it's just impossible. But what I will tell you is I don't give a fuck which Big Ten team we play. I'm 99.99% sure, as I said yesterday, this was Miami's championship. This was the team that could beat Miami. I do not see off of what I've seen. I'm talking about conference. I'm not talking about none of that other shit. I don't see either of those two teams having what it takes to beat Miami. So it could be Mason, Dixon, and everybody north of the Mason-Dixon line. I don't give a fuck if it was Illinois, Ohio State. We're already undefeated in the SEC, and we will be undefeated in the Big Ten. Fuck whoever it is.
Okay. Andrew, talk to me. We got Indiana, Oregon. Tell me who wins the game and who is a better matchup with Miami. Which one would you rather see?
Hey, Mike, I know you're on an all-time high right now, but you do not want to see the Hoosiers right now.
I think he froze. I'm gonna go to Donald. Donald, real quick. I'm gonna come back to Andrew. Who you think wins this game tomorrow? Indiana, Oregon, and then how do they match up? Either team that you pick, how do they match up against the Miami Hurricanes?
I think Indiana wins the game tomorrow, and I think they beat the Hurricanes because I think they're a lot stronger up front than either one of the teams they just played, and I think that's where Miami's been feasting, getting into second and short on first down runs. But I do think if Oregon finds the ways to win, because it's hard to beat a team twice, and Indiana already beat them, I do believe that Miami will blow Oregon out.
Okay. So, same question. Who you like in this game between number 1 Indiana, number 5 Oregon, and who matches up with Miami better?
The two best teams right now are Indiana and Miami, so that's who I want to see. I don't think Oregon's okay, but I think Indiana's way better than Oregon. I like Indiana's the most disciplined team left in this tournament. They don't have a lot of big names. I know they got the Heisman Trophy winner, but they are a disciplined, well-coached football team. Indiana's the best team left in this tournament. Not saying they can't be beaten because they've got close to being beaten a few times, but I think Indiana and Miami will be the best championship game. I think Oregon, I wasn't impressed with what I saw out of Oregon last week against Texas Tech, even though they embarrassed them. Still don't think it was a very, very good win. I think they left a lot of meat on the bone, like you like to say, Jody. So I'm going to go Indiana to win this football game and play the Hurricanes. I ain't going to pick that one yet, though.
Hey, why you got to say I?
You always say that. You say what you say? Jody, you threw away the bone and left the meat. What'd you say, bro?
Yeah, Jody has a thing about the bone and meat.
Yo, that's crazy work. Muhammad. Hey, what's going on, Muhammad? I hope you're having a great and fabulous evening. We're doing a post game of Against the Grain Sports, something that we've never done before. So normally we come on at 7:30 or 11 o'clock on Saturday and Sundays, but we're here now because we talk about the championship game. You're right there, Andrew. Indiana, you're an Indiana native. They're playing the number 5 Oregon Ducks. Man, who you like in this game? And on top of that, who matches up good with the Miami Hurricanes?
Mike, I know you're on an all-time high right now, but you don't want to see the Hoosiers. You do not want to see the Hoosiers in this game. Their defensive line is very underrated against that offensive line of Miami. I think that could cause some havoc and put some pressure on Beck. And when you create pressure with Beck, he makes way too many turnovers. So I like the Hoosiers in the game tomorrow night, and then I like the Hoosiers in the national championship. It kills me to say that I'm not a Hoosiers fan. Obviously, you guys know I'm a Irish fan, but it would be nice to see. It would be nice to see the hometown team win. Hoosiers haven't been there before, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It should be a good game tomorrow night, though.
AJR said Ohio State said the same thing. In this particular matchup right here, man, I think Indiana, like Donald, you're correct. It is very difficult to beat a team twice going and playing the Oregon Ducks. This funny thing, and I was wrong about this, so I said 7. Actually, Oregon has 6 5-star recruits on their team. Indiana has 0. But it doesn't matter. I think once you get to the collegiate level, it don't matter what your stars are, man, because some of these guys – come in and 2 or 3 stars, should have been 5 stars, depending on what competition you play against or whatnot. And sometimes it's all about developing, getting programs that know how to develop players, and then getting players that fit your scheme. Yeah. But in this matchup right now, I believe the Indiana Hoosiers are going to beat Oregon even worse than how they beat them the first time. That I'm gonna say this. I know they won 30-20, and then it was a pick 6 by Brandon Finney Jr. Take that touchdown. They really get blown out in this game. I think Indiana right now, man, they're flying around the field. You got guys like a Heisman Trophy winner that go 14 for 16 passing in the game, and he didn't even have to play fourth quarters, and you beat the crap out of Alabama. You beat them up and down the field, and I just think that Oregon, I like Dante Moore, but this is going to be a game where Dante Moore, even though he's one of the top quarterbacks, I'll take Chamberlain over Dante Moore. I will say that. But this might be a game he might reconsider coming back for one more year, because what Indiana's about to do to them is going to be crazy work, man. So I think the Indiana Hoosiers Miami game will be a fantastic game to watch. I think the ratings will go through the roof for that game. It'll be Indiana trying to win their first championship ever, and it'll be Miami trying to regain the U status. So that'll be a blockbuster matchup right there, man. But I'm excited about what's going on. And my team got eliminated last week, and I'm still excited about what college football is doing, man. But like I said, hey, guess what? There's going to be a Big Ten team in the national championship for 3 years in a row. Come on, guys. That remember everybody saying the SEC was so much better and running away with everything. There's no more SEC teams left. There's 3 teams left, and none of them are in the SEC.
They didn't beat. They beat Tulane. I can't take that away from them.
That's okay. So can I ask about the air conditioning? I want to ask about the air conditioned conference. I just want to know how you feel that the ACC champion or the non-ACC champion is undefeated in the SEC, whether it's Ole Miss, whether it's Texas A&M, whether it's Florida. Miami is 3-0 versus the SEC. So we got the best winning percentage in the SEC. So we're SEC champs if we're not ACC champs. How do you feel about that?
I'm glad you asked me about my air conditioning because I had a service today, and it was, every year they come and they service my air conditioning, so everything's running fine there. The guy said everything looks good, don't need any coolant and all that other good stuff. But I'm impressed with Miami. They took care of business. I don't know about them being the SEC championship champions. You might want to calm down on that, Mike. You beat the Aggies. We beat the Aggies. Everyone beats the Aggies in big games. That's not that impressive. I give you your props, and then you go too far with it.
I just wanted to know where it began and end with you, just so, because we are undefeated.
We are the Cheez-It Bowl champions. Okay, you see this right here? This is Cheez-It Bowl champion get right here. All right.
And then I want to ask Andrew a question. While we got him here, and he's going from one Indiana team to another Indiana team. I don't know what Miami has to do to destroy the Indiana thing. But what I want to know is what Indiana scored 13 points against Ohio State that Miami beat. What makes you think that what about Indiana makes you think that they will beat Miami?
They're the number 1 team in the country, first of all.
Number 1 team in the country. They've been tested. I'm telling you, that defensive line is very underrated. And once you cause pressure and create pressure up front, it's gonna cause Beck to make it's gonna be some problems with Beck. Beck's gonna be throwing some interceptions. He's gonna be scattering around, and we don't want to see that. And he throws interceptions. He puts them. He doesn't just throw one. He throws them in threes.
Well, we gotta be careful talking about Indiana Miami matchup when we got a game tomorrow.
I know, right?
Let's be very careful and respectful. Like my man AJR said, respect the Miami native and Mendoza, but he looks mid versus good defenses. But I don't know if he make the throws he needs to make. And people forget, nobody was talking about Francisco Mendoza when he was at Cal. Nobody gave a fuck about him. Let's not act like all of a sudden he was on everybody's radar. When he played for Cal, I bet none of y'all really even paid attention to this dude. So go ahead, Mike. What's up?
I did, because if you remember,
you never mentioned him on the show.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. When Miami played Cal last year, they talked about him being from Miami. And when we were in the portal this past year, there was some sentiment that his father and Mario Cristobal know each other, and we didn't take him, and he went to Indiana, and we took Carson Beck. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's not really talking about him. That's not giving him, his props or anything like that. That's basically just saying that he said his name because y'all played him. I'm talking about actually somebody really just like, yeah, this guy is this and this guy is that. And I can't remember anybody really saying anything about him. So it's just crazy how what 1 year would make on that, that situation, man. But man, great game, man. We did our post game, man. I want to do this more when championship games, Super Bowls, and things like that. I want to get in here and do some more post games. But in this situation, man, it is midnight. I know people got to go to work tomorrow, so I'm going to and cut this one a little briefly. We'll be back tomorrow, 30-minute show tomorrow at 7:00 p.m. But it's all on sports, man. Give me your final thought as we get out of here.
Like I said, man, very entertaining football game. I love when I watch football and I don't care who wins. If my team's not playing, I'm not stressed. I sit back and just enjoy the show. And I really enjoyed what I watched tonight between Miami in the Miami football victory today. So I'm very impressed with the football game. Hopefully tomorrow I get a lot more entertainment, and coming this weekend with the NFL playoffs.
We definitely.
Yes, sir.
Definitely gonna talk about it. Hey, my man AJR305 said, "New subscriber, looking forward to the content." Hey, thank you, big bro.
Yes,
it's
sir.
It's crazy because our actual page got YouTube took it down, so this is a new page, and I appreciate that you was able to find it, man. We love your commentary, man. Come on back through. Appreciate you, big dog. We got Nick in the building, little bro in the building. He said, and now Mendoza going to beat Beck, and Miami is going to regret that decision by not signing. Good stuff on that one. I didn't even think about that. But Michael, the people sent, man, give me your final thought as we get out of here.
So you can't be back until you win the championship. As much as I'm enjoying all of this, and I know that I don't have to hear shit for the next 12 months, no matter how this goes, you can't be back till you win the championship. So Miami's got one job, and that one job will happen in Hard Rock Stadium. And I'll be there. And I'm excited about that. And we got about 8 days or 10 days to talk about this. But obviously I'm ecstatic.
No
and
doubt.
Andrew, I'm glad you finally made it so that you could do penance and bow down at the throne of the Hurricanes, because you were the first victim. You were the first victim. And I pray to God that in the next couple of years we get to go to Texas and get that guy from the Cheez-Its Bowl, because he needs that too. And then we'll have taken care of everybody on the show.
Yeah, it's all good, my man. My man, King Mink said, "Great game, but most of all, great to see Against the Grain Sports back and miss y'all, and we back." He said his final thought is, final thought is Sooners are still trash like the Vols. Yo, we got my nephew in the building, man. I got one for you too, right? Yeah, I thought I had one for you. Well, hold on, before I get to you. Andrew, give me your final thought.
Hey, my final thought is thank God you guys were able to get on at midnight. This is the only time I can really get on because I've been busy with basketball, hoops with my kids, just being a dad. But I really miss you guys. I love the content. Obviously, I've always loved listening to you guys. But this is I look forward to being back as much as I can, and we're back, baby.
No doubt. And like Mike said, he got a lot of work to do right there. But let me get trying to be prepared. My nephew Donald, give me your final thought.
Great football, because it's about football tonight. Great football game. Great football game. I want to say that. Another thing that Jody just said, we'll do this post game for championship games and Super Bowls, which means we'll never get to talk about my team. So, and then third of all, Mike just said something
won Super Bowl.
Mike just said something interesting that no matter how this goes down, it sounds like he's copping a cop out early because we can't say nothing about it for 12 months. It sounds like he's making a cop out already. But now championship appearances are an accomplishment. But that's another conversation because it's a down talk on certain topics.
Well, I can tell you right now, Duke ain't gonna win shit. So
I didn't say nothing about Duke. But
yeah, I'm going to your heart. I'm going to your heart because I know where your heart is at. And that's the only championship you talking about in 2026. And that ain't happening.
No, I know. No, I said the championship appearance. You said it. You can't nobody say nothing to you because you have a championship appearance, no matter which way
No. It's not about the championship appearance. Andrew can't say nothing because we beat Notre Dame. You, Jody, and Ray, y'all can do y'all little threesome somewhere, but you can't say nothing about them Canes because we put y'all motherfuckers out.
Listen, I'm not even mad about it because guess what? We already done got the hardware. Y'all still got to get the hardware.
Yeah.
So,
Mike, I know you feeling yourself right now, but you got to win it, dog.
Yeah,
look,
the game is on MLK Day. Can y'all finish the job?
So let me tell
Do you
you
have
something.
a dream? Do you have a dream? Yes,
y'all
sir.
don't get to tell me how to celebrate when you are kind of obsolete. But them two motherfuckers right there, we beat them.
See,
Whatever we do,
Miami. Now I don't know.
yeah.
whatever we do,
it is what it is. But you know, I know I'm celebrating with my championship. 3 of them since 2000.
I guarantee you ain't celebrating with this one.
Hey, we got 3 of them since 2000. So when you can do that, let me know. When you got 3 of them in this century, not when you was.
I got 5 of them in your lifetime.
Nah, you got them
in your lifetime.
Last time y'all
in your lifetime.
Y'all ain't won in 25 years. Y'all better win it because y'all ain't won one in 25 years. You was a young.
Well, I can't help it that you was younger when.
No, you was a young boy 25 years ago.
So was you.
I got 3. I just won last year. What are you talking about?
Well, I guarantee you ain't winning it this year.
I'm about to.
I made sure of that.
Hey,
I made sure of that.
Hey, listen.
I made sure of that.
It's cool we don't get it back-to-back. How many teams? Only 2 teams got back-to-back championships. Alabama and Georgia in the 2000s.
How about this?
So I ain't worried about it.
You ain't going to win it, and Andrew ain't going to win it, and that's by my hand.
Okay. Well, Oregon about to make sure you don't win it. Final thought. This is something that nobody else is talking about, and I'm gonna go back. Even though this kid lost, we talking about Trinidad Chamberlain. If he decides to come out, he's got to be a first-round pick. This guy has to be a first-round pick. Y'all say y'all want a quarterback that plays in the clutch. You want guys that can make all the throws. This kid can make all the throws. Like Andrew said in the group, he has ice water in his veins. This is a kid that you talk about all the attributes and all the stuff. He has done nothing but came in and played fantastic football since week 3. This guy, and I'm saying it, I ain't heard ESPN said, I ain't heard no outlet said, so it's going to be said on Against the Grain Sports. Chamberlain is a first-round draft pick, and anybody that don't take him in the draft that has an opportunity and need a quarterback, and they don't take him, they made a true mistake. I think they're going to pay for their sins if they don't pick this kid, because this kid has played his way from a Division II school into the first round of the NFL draft if he decides to come out. That's my final.
Hey, Jody, you think maybe this kid might be able to be the number 1 pick in the draft? Is he better than Mendoza?
I think
I don't know what the Raiders might take him. You never know.
I think everybody is sold on Mendoza. I personally I'm not sold like everybody else on Mendoza or any other quarterbacks in the first round. You know me, I think some of these guys in any other draft would be second or third round picks, but they just have to be in this class. Like Ty Simpson, I like Ty Simpson. I like Dante Moore. I like Mendoza. But these guys in any other draft would have been a third, fourth round pick.
Now we do know Mendoza gonna nail the interviews at when they go to the combine. We know he's gonna sound like a CEO when he goes to that part of it. He got that nailed already.
Can I say something from a coach's perspective?
Yes, sir.
Chambers is the best quarterback available in the NFL draft.
I think he is.
That's what I said.
And it's not even, and let me tell you something. It ain't even remotely close. And it's not because of tonight or nothing that has to do with that. I happen to have had to watch game film for the last couple of days for shows and everything like that. And I guarantee you, NFL, not college, but NFL, translatable skills, throwing the out routes, deep corner, moving around, making plays. The Raiders would be better, much better, Mendoza with Chambers than Mendoza. And I'm not even sure that Mendoza is a first-round quality quarterback. He's a good college quarterback. Not sure that he's an NFL first-round pick.
No. Go ahead, are we all in agreement that Chambers is better than Beck?
Yeah.
Oh, hell
yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
He just beat him right.
He's not as much of a winner as Beck, but he might be better.
So can we put the bed that the winning doesn't mean much? You can still be better than somebody in the league.
No, the winning still means something. The winning. Let me ask you this, Donald.
Not in the draft, it doesn't.
Let me ask you this, Donald. So your top 10 NBA players, the top 10 quarterbacks, I bet you they all got championships. It ain't nobody. I bet you don't have a top 10 quarterback that don't have a Super Bowl. Maybe except for Dan Marino.
Top 10 all time?
All 10.
Of all time?
Yeah. The only person you probably got in there is probably Dan Marino. And he the only one that
Warren Moon.
Moon ain't the top 10.
And me and my top 10.
Nah. I like Moon. He ain't no top 10.
He's top 10 in my eyes.
Well, that's you.
Yeah. But, I know I need glasses, but yeah.
I just know that just because somebody beats you, that's a team thing, and you probably still can be better than him.
I think Donald needs some more of his water. He usually has this big jug of water.
He's been drinking.
And he needs a drink from his jug because he's dehydrated. His mind is not working.
I do want to say that. Can anybody come in agreements that y'all ain't heard nobody talking about taking Chambers in the first round till y'all heard me say it?
I agree with you. I agree with you. What you're saying, Jody. I think maybe it has to deal with because he's trying to go back to college. Maybe that's why they're talking about it. He's trying to stay in school another year. Maybe that's why no one's really talked about it. Maybe that has something to do with it.
But he never had a grade, even though because he technically is supposed to go. This is his last year technically.
Yeah.
Because he has to get a petition to come back. He still should have had a draft grade, and nobody even had him with a draft grade until Against the Grain Sports gave him a draft grade. So I don't want to hear nobody. I don't want nobody on ESPN to be like, "Oh, I said, come check out the footage. Come check out the footage."
Well, their old quarterback, he transferred to Missouri.
Yeah,
maybe because he thinks that Chambers is coming back, and he wasn't going to get that job back.
Well, we don't know because it's a petition. It has to be signed.
I know.
So we'll see how it happens, man. But guess what, man? Andrew, you ain't been here in a while, man. So I'm gonna let you do the last thing. But I'm Jody Coleman, the host of Against the Grain Sports. We doing Against the Grain Sports post game of the the semifinal game between Miami winning 37-27 over Ole Miss. We got Jarrell Sol on Sports Glenn, all the way from San Antonio, Texas. What's up, Chris Vick in the building? We got Donald, the voice of the youth, in the building. My nephew. We got my man Michael, the People's Champ Perry, man, with an outstanding stretch of victories. We got Andrew mic'd up in the building. I'm glad you back, my brother. Appreciate you, big dog. We got Ray more than just a barber. Lindsay in his absence. And we got Jason the hefty lefty. But guess what? We can't do nothing without J. Kane, the chef, cooking it up in the kitchen. Andrew, until tomorrow at 7 o'clock, what we doing, man?
We working.
See y'all tomorrow.
Peace.